Nobody likes being told they're predictable, do they? Nobody likes hearing people comment on how they do the same things all the time, or hearing their friends accurately predict what you're about to do before you even do it. You're innocently picking out a movie on Netflix and they're all like, ha, you would pick that one. And then you come back from the bathroom and they're all, ha, I knew you'd piss in there. It's enough to drive a girl crazy. And if anyone on Degrassi, The Next Generation, knows this struggle well, it's Emma Nelson. Emma's identity as this insufferable environmentalist slash feminist activist darling was cemented the second we saw her in the pilot episode. And that image has stuck to her like glue ever since. So everyone calls it out. Constantly. Whenever Emma strays from this perception of her, it's usually because there's something really dark or difficult going on with her behind the scenes. You know, like, Snake has cancer, there's a school shooting, you gave me a social disease. But this one time, it was because a creepy, exploitative energy drink marketing campaign took over her school and she decided to take part in it out of spite. She just convinced herself to do it because her friends were making fun of her for not doing it. And then by the end of the episode, she manages to loop back around to original recipe Emma Nelson with maybe an extra dash of spice left over, nature healing itself, etc. So let's go ahead and take a deep look into this weird little chapter of Emma's personality. This is season 7, episode 9, titled Hungry Eyes. The episode opens with Emma and Manny going to school, and Emma's just rattling off all the reasons she has to be stressed lately. She's all, oh my god, I haven't heard from Sean in a minute, or oh, all this university stuff is coming up, what am I gonna do? Manny's like, how about monsters taking over the school? And at first I thought this was Manny mocking Emma for her endless complaints, because that's something that she does on occasion. She's got to be like, oh my god, Emma, what is it now? But no, that's not the case this time. Actually, they're now faced with all these purple flyers and banners and tents all over the front entrance that have these dragon logos on them. This guy named Damien comes over to explain to them what's up with all this. And like, if you don't know, Damien is a student from Lakehurst High School, which is like the Slytherin of the Degrassi TNG universe. Like, it's heavily implied that if you're enrolled in Lakehurst, you're a bad person. I mean, probably the murder of JT York doesn't help with their image. At this point in Degrassi history, Lakehurst and Degrassi are in the same school right now, like they have to share. I don't remember how this came about, and I mean, it's not important for this episode. It's just kind of important in terms of who Damien wants to be. Damien comes in as this guy who wants to be in the student government and, you know, show Lakehurst and Degrassi that they can both keep their identities while coexisting at the same time, something nobody else at the schools have thought of. So anyway, Damien explains to Emma and Manny that Purple Dragon Energy Drinks has this partnership with the school to help pay for this badminton tournament that's happening this weekend. And then Liberty materializes out of nowhere, and she is just aghast that Degrassi would agree to take part in this kind of sponsorship, and just like the capitalism of it all. And she's also pretty mad that they're doing this for the sports team when they never do anything like this for the academic teams, the nerd clubs. So I guess her feelings on this situation kind of boil down to mainly jealousy. Anyway, she wants to raise a stink about the sponsorship and get Purple Dragon out of the school. And Emma's all for that. She's like, that is exactly my jam. I am with you all the way, Liberty. Haven't been self-righteous in like 5 seconds and I feel the urge coming on. But Damien's all, or you could audition to be a sexy purple dragon girl. Come and sell your soul and your body in the name of high school badminton. Which turns out Manny's really interested in giving that a shot. Of course, Emma's like, no way. And Manny and Liberty start giggling amongst themselves about how predictable that is. Emma's all indignant now. She could so trot around in a mini dress and sell like 1,000,000 cans of purple dragon. She just doesn't feel like it. So there. Cue the shittiest Degrassi intro of all time. Yay! Once that torture's over, we cut to Emma and Manny in their media class. Damien stops by them to pressure Emma to audition for Purple Dragon again. When he's gone, Manny's all giggly because, oh my god, Damien's so into Emma Just sucks that Emma has a boyfriend. Speaking of boyfriends named Sean, Emma gets an email from him right then. At this point in Degrassi history, he's in the military. So they're doing the long distance thing. In the email, Sean's like, thanks so much for all the tofurkey and all the anti-war books I gotta hide from my patriotic bunkmates. So it sounds like Emma's been sending Sean all these care packages that are just chock full of shit that he doesn't want or need. I mean, for real, tofurkey. You are shipping packages of tofurkey. There was nothing else he could have possibly wanted. Nothing 10% more shelf stable even, or 100% more useful. Manny teases Emma about how even her care package crimes are on brand for her, which makes Emma sad because that's just the whole predictable thing about her reinforced.
Tofurkey, anti-war books, hemp.
Am I really that predictable?
Yep, it's true. And it's sad that you don't realize it 7 seasons deep. Now we're going to dip into our B story at badminton practice. So at this point, our new kids at Degrassi are the ones like Sav, Holly J, Mia, Anya, so on. And Sav Bandari is the current heartthrob that all the girls gotta fight over. It sucks for all of them because he's definitely inviting 0 of them to ever meet his parents. Anyway, right now he's at badminton practice. And then Mia, the model from the Methosodes, comes over. This is like way before she ever gets with Peter. And we see that Sav and Mia have this good rapport already. Like, he knows about Mia's daughter, Izzy, and he's really understanding about it. And he also encourages her to try out for badminton because he remembers how good she used to be before she got pregnant. And Sav's a total straight-up doofus sometimes, but you know, he has his good moments like this. Like, he's showing a lot of empathy here, and he doesn't want Mia to feel like an outcast. But anyway, the situation is that Sav's doubles partner has dropped out for some reason. So now Mia can be that doubles partner, and so she's like, okay, I'll check and make sure that my mom can babysit my daughter. Then we cut to Liberty presenting her anti-Purple Dragon argument to the student council. Funnily enough, Purple Dragon is parked like right outside the window to that room, and Emma has a front row seat. And it seems like Emma's already been seduced by the Purple Dragon, because now she's defending them. She's all, oh my god, Liberty, they're just advertising at our school. This isn't like world domination. And Liberty's like, what is wrong with you? I'm still on Liberty's side with this. And I'm sure all of you are too. Like, we're already starting to see these teenage girls just wandering through the halls of Degrassi in these tiny little purple bodycon dresses. Like, it's completely wild that this is allowed to happen, right? Sure thing, Purple Dragon Corporation. You can totally use our underage students as a bunch of sexy billboards for your product. Nah, don't worry, we won't tell the parents. Emma mocks Liberty's predictable Purple Dragon boycott proposal, I guess to get back at her for this morning. And Liberty's like, okay, Miss Protest Expert, what do you suggest we do? And Emma says that if they want to dismantle Purple Dragon and its presence on campus, they need to be Purple Dragon. So she plans to join them and take them down from the inside. Oh, please. What a convenient excuse for Emma to show the world what a wild card she actually is, huh? She is so desperate to shed this predictable image of herself that she's ready to just backtrack on all of her hardcore values and convince herself that objectifying herself can be the same thing as activism. Somebody get this girl a feminist Tumblr account, because she's ahead of her time. After school, Sav and Mia practice badminton under the shadows of all the Purple Dragon banners out front. They start teasing each other about how far they've come since a year ago when they were all cringier and skinnier. And then Mia goes in for a kiss, surprisingly, and Sav turns away from it. Ouch. Sav explains that he's never done it before, and Mia reassures him like, oh my god, Sav, don't sweat it. Lots of teens are still virgins, obviously. And Sav's like, oh no, you don't get it. Like, I've never even kissed a girl before. And Mia's like, oh. But then Mia strikes up this really cool deal with Sav. Sav will be her badminton coach, and she will be his kissing coach, girlfriend coach. Girlfriend prep. What could go wrong? And whether Sav was actually on the market for a kissing coach or not, he's of course 100% down for this. Also, Holly J happens to witness this interaction. And mind you, this was season 7, so she is firmly planted in her bitch era. Holly J is one of my favorite Degrassi characters because she has this bitch era to grow out of. She makes so many positive changes along the way, and eventually she becomes a member of one of my favorite Degrassi characters subcategories. You know, the type A, overachieving, slightly old-fashioned aesthetic girl club. But for now, she's this scheming little menace to society. Now it's time for the Purple Dragon audition, and Manny and Emma both attend. And shockingly, so does Liberty. Somehow Emma convinced her that infiltration was the way to go. Liberty, you're supposed to be the smart one. And then the lead Purple Dragon girl comes by to make her picks from the lineup. And look who it is. It's Kate Todd, otherwise known on this channel as Lily from Radio Free Roscoe. Yes, I do have a video for that one too. Thanks for asking. I'm gonna call her Lily today because I just don't care what her name is. So Lily's going down the line picking girls, and she makes it to our besties at the very end. She skips Emma and Liberty, and she picks Manny, but then she flips it on us. Those girls were actually her disqualifications because apparently they were too short. Manny is mortally offended, but Emma and Liberty have made it to round 2. The second part of the audition is like Lily checking to make sure that these girls can talk and sell Purple Dragon with their words, just like make up a commercial on the spot. And Liberty's thinking to herself, you know what would really sell an energy drink? Science. So she goes off.
Well, faster metabolic absorption of liquids allows athletes increased...
Yawn.
Lily's like, wow, you are not what we're looking for. Liberty's dismissed. Then she goes to Emma, and Emma actually does well.
Red-blooded people will be tickled purple. Sassy and sharp. Now that's what the PD girl's all about.
So Lily compliments her on her ability of talking about Purple Dragon. Emma's like, I thought we were just supposed to be eye candy. And Lily says, have you seen eye candy talk? See, guys, she's not just using these teenagers' bodies to sell her product. They get to talk too. Just not about science. So Emma's a Purple Dragon girl now. As she leaves the audition, she walks by Snake, who does not like the look of that purple dress. He seems to be the only adult at this school who can see how inappropriate this whole thing is. And now he gets freaked out by the way Emma talks like a perfectly trained Purple Dragon parrot. But Emma reminds him that in his own class, he teaches them that the media is the message. So, take that, Snake. You're complicit too. Good job. We cut to the badminton game getting underway. There's this opening ceremony that Coach Armstrong is kicking off. He's like, before we get started, here's a word from our sponsor. The word from Purple Dragon is basically, drink Purple Dragon all weekend, and don't forget to openly gawk at your female classmates. Then Lily's like, here they are now, and she just starts calling them up one by one to get checked out, I guess. Calling them up by name just makes it feel even more wrong. It's like she's auctioning them off. Oh my god, look at Sav. The game officially starts, and the Purple Dragon girls have to go around offering free samples. As of yet, Emma still hasn't done anything remotely infiltrate-y or rebellious, so Liberty walks right up to her and calls her out on it. Like she can tell Emma has already lost the plot. She calls Emma a sellout. Then Derek and Danny come by to catcall Emma. For some reason, she seems to enjoy getting attention from these guys. Guys, we've lost her. Then Damien stops by to tell Emma how smoking she looks in that purple dress. And he's like, you know, since I'm the one who pressured you to become a Purple Dragon girl, I think you owe me a thank you. Emma's like, sure, I agree. And she kisses him, and the entire gym just stops in its tracks to get all horny about it. Except Lily over there doesn't look too thrilled. Once there's a break in the game, Emma goes outside to take her shoes off, and Manny follows her. She's calling Emma out for kissing Damien when she's still with Sean. Lily comes out to join them, and she's telling Emma, oh, you're doing such a good job. Just like, stop kissing people on the mouth, please. After all, a Purple Dragon girl is supposed to be approachable, yet unobtainable. You know, like a fucking Hooters waitress. Manny points out that Emma's changed like way too much over the course of however long it's been, but Emma asserts that she's redefining herself completely. So it's out in the open now. Any intent to infiltrate is hereby out the window. Meanwhile, Mia and Sav are also on their break, and they're really happy because they're kicking ass out there in the badminton game. Sav's like, Mia, you're amazing. And Mia's like, it's because you're such a good teacher. And I guess she thinks this is the perfect time for kissing lesson number 1. For some reason, it starts out with her training Sav to, like, warm up a girl with his own body if she says she's cold. So she has Sav hold her for a couple of seconds, but then it's right to the making out part. That was Sav's first kiss, guys. Yay, Sav. Then Holly J walks by and spots them. I forgot to mention this room just has pure glass walls anybody can see through. Now we cut to Emma over at the Purple Dragon booth, handing out more samples. This guy named Bruce the Moose comes by. I think his character just existed to be like a menace and a sidekick. He barks like a dog once in a while. What is Bruce's story? We may never know. Maybe we do know his story and I just forgot it. That's very possible. But look, it's not like we're lining up to hear his story anyway. Because Bruce the Moose is a freak. He slithers up to Emma and he's like, ooh, Emma Nelson, I bet you're even smoother under the dress. Ugh. Then he starts like aggressively rubbing her shoulder. So Emma pushes him away and then she flings some purple dragon drink into his moose face. She calls him a skis. I feel like I've only ever heard that word spoken on Degrassi before. Lily comes over and she starts fawning all over Bruce the Moose. Like, oh my god, poor baby, let me get you a free t-shirt. Oh, look what Emma did to you. She gets even more mad at Emma. Wow. First she can't kiss the boys. Now she can't even drown the boys. What kind of rip-off job is this? The tournament is kicking off again, so everyone goes back to the gym. Sav and Mia kick absolute ass out there like they did before. And then after that, Mia heads to the bathroom, where Holly J is waiting to psychologically ambush her. She's all, hey, saw you and Sav getting cozy in the school glass box. What's going on there? Mia's gushing about how great it's going for her and Sav today and like, oh, he didn't want to kiss me the other day, but now he's all for it. He must like me. And she tells Holly J it was his first kiss, and then Holly J walks by being like, won't be his last today. Mia's like, what? Over in the locker room, Emma's the only one in there. And then Lily comes in to confront her about the Bruce incident. She's going on this spiel about how sex sells, and as long as Emma's got that purple dress on, selling the drink matters way more than, you know, her little hang-ups like having boundaries and not wanting to get her shoulders rumpled by somebody named Bruce the Moose. Then Emma goes to drink a bottle of Purple Dragon and Lily's like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't drink that. It has like a bajillion calories. And if your attitude can't be perfect, then your body better be. Because, you're wearing the largest size we have, by the way. Don't know if you realize that, you feminist. This one is so not a girl's girl. And now Emma's hella triggered. When she gets home, she goes up to her room and starts scrutinizing her body. Because remember, a couple seasons back, she was dealing with anorexia, and Lily just went and tossed her right back into that headspace. So when Snake calls her down for dinner, she says she's not hungry.
Is everything okay? Your mom made your favorite, tofurkey burritos.
Tofurkey burritos? Tofurkey burritos? Emma, you have a problem. But luckily, Emma has this moment where she's like, he's right. Those are my favorite things to eat. And you know what? I am gonna eat tonight. I won't let anybody ruin tofurkey burritos for me. So now that she's talked herself out of that body image spiral, she's ready to do some serious damage to this Purple Dragon campaign, just for daring to put those thoughts back in her head. That's a good Emma moment. We take them when we can get them. The next day are the badminton finals, and Sav and Mia win the mixed doubles championship. So they hug, but then Mia's so happy about it, she kisses Sav, and Sav's like, what are you doing? And he gets so awkward about it, he just doesn't even try to talk about it. He just turns around and starts walking away. Mia chases after him like, what is wrong with you? People who like each other tend to show it like that. And that's when Sav has to explain to Mia that he's never actually liked her like that, because he thought that she was just trying to help him, which... Come the fuck on, Sav. You seriously thought that's what was happening? If there are any teenage boys watching this, or some grown men needing a reality check, here's the thing. On this planet, Girls don't just kiss you to help you practice for another girl. That doesn't happen. It's not a safe assumption to make ever. Anyway, Sav reveals that he likes somebody else, so Mia's all heartbroken. When the tournament is over, Coach Armstrong hosts this awards ceremony. He's having the Purple Dragon girls present the awards, and Emma's up to bat first. She's giving away the men's singles championship trophy. Emma goes up there, and she has this zip-up hoodie pulled on over her dress. And then when she takes it off, we see she's vandalized her dress with Purple Dragon, and then this big X over it. And the way that Armstrong and Snake react to this is just art. They really thought they could get through a normal weekend with Emma Nelson. Nope, no way. Emma starts talking about how Purple Dragon wants to use her body at the expense of her mind and her personal boundaries. Armstrong is begging her to get off her soapbox. Not happening, coach. Emma says that it's wrong for Purple Dragon to ban her from having opinions. So Lily takes the mic and she's like, yeah, that's right. We don't want you to have opinions. So either you cut this out right now or you take off the dress. She asked for it.
I am not going to shut up.
Emma just whips it off in front of everybody. And Snake is having the worst day of his life. Well, probably not the worst day, but you know. At the rate that Emma keeps topping all her activism stunts, Snake's like losing years off his life. So now that that's happened, we cut to, I'm pretty sure this is the next day. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Why do you all even trust me with this job? I don't get it. Real quick, let's listen to this morning announcement that turns out to be one of the funniest things I've ever heard in Degrassi.
It's vegetarian week in the cafeteria, Degrassi. Are you ready for the lentils?
Mia's moping along the hallway until she comes across Sav and Anya. Anya's the girl that Sav's into. Obviously, they're being all cutesy. Seeing that just makes her feel even worse about the other day. And if that wasn't enough, Holly J has to stroll on in to rub it in her face.
Sav likes Anya. Wake up and smell the scratch and sniff, Mamma Mia. It was never gonna work between you two.
One of the absolute best things about Holly J has always been her dialogue. I mean, she lucked out with the writers. Her dialogue has so much personality from the jump. Weirdly enough, this whole Sav and Anya situation actually gets Holly J and Mia to bond a little over it. Because they see Anya showing off her sticker book to Sav and how enthralled he is by it. And Holly J's like, here's the thing about you and me, Mia. We need men, not boys. Good for them. They have one thing in common. So that helps Mia feel a little better about it. Later, we cut to Emma's media class, and Lily's on the morning announcements. She's saying that despite the public wardrobe malfunction, Purple Dragon will be continuing its partnership with Degrassi. Emma guiltily goes up to Snake to ask about the status regarding her suspension, and he tells her that actually Principal Hatzilakos has decided against it. Apparently, she thinks that what Emma did was really super brave, so she's just getting a couple weeks of detention. And Snake begs Emma to let him at least survive until her graduation. Then Manny and Emma leave, and Manny's like, oh my god, I can't believe you're the same Emma Nelson. Emma's like, not so predictable now, am I? And like, yeah, you made your point in the worst way possible, but you did make your point. And she looks over her shoulder at Damien, who's clearly still got a certain mental image in his head. And this moment doesn't really bode well for Sean.
Maybe it's time I let Sean know that I'm not the same girl he left behind.
Well, that was a weird one. I'll give it that the message more or less came through in the end. It's just that the whole ridiculous circumstance that the writers had to set up for all this to even happen was a little bit much for me. Again, they want us to believe that Miss Hatzilakos agreed to a partnership with this energy drink company to promote their disgusting, unhealthy product at this weird free-for-all badminton tournament that anybody could enter. And then she gave the company permission to use her underage female students to parade around in skimpy outfits and dumb down their personalities and values just so some old weird men somewhere could make a profit. It's pretty hard to take at face value. But that's enough from me for today. Remember to eat your tofurkey burritos, and I'll see you next time.